For the first time, we had the opportunity to see all the new systems working together in Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, and to say it kicked our ass would be an understatement. Bungie let us hop into their new Nightfall strike, the Ordeal, at 920 and 950, featuring new modifiers which include Hashladoon's Serenade, arc damage increased, knockback damage, and distance increased. Champion's Barrier, this mode contains barrier champions which cannot be stopped without a barrier mod. Champions Unstoppable, this mode contains unstoppable champions which cannot be stopped without an unstoppable mod. Martyr, exploder units have more health. And that's not all. Returning modifiers that were activated include Match Game, enemy shields are highly resistant to all unmatched elemental damage, equipment locked, you can't swap your gear. So my take on this strike is that it's fun and perfectly challenging. There is a plethora of new enemy abilities, and the story moments give you a hint of lore in the background as you squash thralls and use finishers on the wizards. But let's talk about the real meat here, how our gameplay and gear had to change or be tweaked to give us a chance at being successful. First up, team comp. You had me playing a Sentinel Titan, Code of the Protector, with the new Bubble Shield that grants weapons of light. Bubble Titan is back, baby. This thing came in clutch. Brian rolled a Nova Bomb Warlock and a plethora of new goodies like the Loud Lullaby Hand Cannon with an anti-barrier mod, which was required to stop unstoppable champions and launch the strike. The third person in our party spoke an entirely different language. He was a Titan. All things considered, it went better than expected. Guardian down. First of all, your XP is going to be more important than ever. Let's look at the artifact. Looking at the artifact, we can see that I have 10 out of 12 unlocks, that it will require 5,500 XP to unlock the next power bonus, that's really important, and 40,000 to get my next unlock on the artifact. This is huge and gives us a better understanding of how XP will work in this new uncapped power system. Here's what is on the artifact in terms of upgrades. Get ready for a lot of stats and details, fellow statistic nerds. Slot 1, the unlocks themselves here were for location materials or glimmer, not that interesting. The section matrix, for example, says defeating Vex Hobgoblins grants destination materials, and it does not stack. Okay, slot 2, weapon mods. This is where you get your unstoppable, overload, or anti-barrier mods. They'll be useful against the bosses in the Nightfall and maybe other areas. I'm guessing these will be very important in Shadowkeep. Slot 3, reload perks. Pick a few you use a lot. Pretty self-explanatory. Slot 4. Now we get into some more good stuff. Breach Refractor. Grants grenade energy on final blows with shield-piercing weapons or when a member of your fire team shuts down a barrier champion's ability. Ballistic Combo. Grants melee energy on final blows with shield-piercing weapons or when a member of your fire team shuts down a barrier champion's ability. Overload Grenades. Void Grenades cause disruption, delaying ability regen and lowering enemy damage output. Strong against Overload champions. Disruptor Spike involves the effect of disruption, lowering combatants' damage output even further. Unstoppable Melee. Arc melee abilities stagger unshielded enemy combatants. Strong against unstoppable champions. Slot 5. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's go over each. Heavy Finisher generates heavy ammo on finisher kills. Now, you might not think finishers are good, but you can conserve ammo and time by executing a finisher on those higher DPS requirement enemies, and it gives you a heavy ammo brick. It is often worth it. Consider this as one of your unlocks. Oppressive Darkness. Void Grenades add an additional weaken effect to enemies. Now imagine that with Overload Grenades. You see where they're going with this. Arc Battery grants an overshield and reduced cooldown during activation for all Arc class abilities. Thunder Coil grants bonus damage for all Arc melee abilities and refunds super energy on finisher final blows. Not bad. That finisher final blow touch is going to be nice. From the Depths grants bonus void super damage if cast while critically wounded. Lasts until the end of the super duration. Finally, resetting your artifact costs 10,000 glimmer and increases each time you do so. So be choosy with the mods you unlock. So what's the TLDR about the artifact? It's very important. XP allows it to give you more power levels and also gives you more artifact unlocks, which seems to cap out as 12. Though this is an early build, that may change. Time will also tell if a reset is required to get them all or if you can only unlock what you choose on the artifact. Okay, gear-wise, I have to say that assault rifles were surprisingly powerful. I statted my Galarin's right hand with a minor spec mod as it would mostly be used against the rank and file, and it worked out quite well. Risk Runner was amazing. With that added arc damage, I was worried about the wizards, but this little baby tore through just about everything. Finishers rewarding me heavy ammo was clutch, as I've said multiple times. Blues drop up to 949, and yes, mods drop in the wild. Speaking of mods, armor-wise, I sat it into Discipline, Super Regeneration, Machine Gun Ammo, and Overload Grenades, alongside Better Already because, well, you've seen my gameplay. All that said, my big takeaway, again, was that this is more difficult in all the right ways. You need to strategize, and you need to communicate with each other to ensure you get through together, on top of making sure your Guardian is kitted out properly. I love strategizing, so this is perfect for me. During both sessions, we were cut off before we could finish the strike, which is absolutely fine as it keeps the ending spoiler-free so you guys can experience it for yourself. I'll have to crush it also when Shadowkeep lands October 1st. For more on Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, keep it right here on IGN.